Greetings, one and all. Hello, everybody. This is Todd Alsup coming to you live from New York City. It's Tuesday night. You could only be one place, right here at Virtual Piano Bar with me. I do my show here every Tuesday at 6:30. Tonight is a special night. It's a theme night. It's Showtunes Show Part 2. I got some great songs from the Broadway Songbook just for you guys. So if you're here, say hello. Let me know who's here. The orchestra's warming up. The show's about to begin. Hey, Robert Kiefer. Hey, Michelle. Thanks for joining me tonight. Here goes nothing. Before the parade passes by. Hold up. I'm going to do that right. We're doing it in this key. Before the parade passes by, I gotta go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I gotta get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life with the rest of them, with the best of them, who can hold my head up high. For I've got a goal again, I've got to drive again. I'm gonna feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes by. Look at that crowd up ahead. Listen and hear that brass harmony growing. Look at that crowd up ahead. Pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All of those lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistle blows and the cymbals crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton before the parade, before the parade passes by. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I simply got to. If someone takes a spell, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I'll march my band out, I'll beat my drum. And if I'm fanned out, your turn at bat, sir. At least I didn't fake it, I had, sir. I guess I didn't make it, but whether I'm the rose of sheer perfection, a freckle on the nose of life's complexion, the cinder or the shiny apple of its eye, I gotta try once, I gotta die once, only can fly once, right, sir. Ooh, life is juicy, juicy, you see. I gotta have my bite. So get ready for me, love, cause I'm a comer. I simply got to march, my heart's a drummer. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. I'm gonna live and live now. Get what I want, I know how. One roll for the whole shebang. One roll, that bell will go clang. Eye on the target and wham. One shot, one gunshot and bam. Hey, Mr. Arnstein, here I am. I'll march my band out, I'll beat my drum, and if I'm fanned out, your turn at bat, sir. At least I didn't forget a hat, sir. I guess I didn't make it. Get ready for me, love, cause I'm a comer. I simply got so much, my heart's a drummer. Nobody, no, nobody is gonna rain on my parade. Yeah, that's my opening number for Showtunes Show Part 2. Both of those songs are from musicals that opened in the 1963-1964 Broadway season. The first one, Before the Parade Passes By, is of course from Hello Dolly, and Don't Rain on My Parade is from Funny Girl. They were in the same season, and Hello Dolly was a much bigger hit than Funny Girl was. It ran for years and years and years and years, but it was Barbra Streisand's huge, big moment. She'd been in one other show on Broadway. She'd been in a show called I Can Get It For You Wholesale, and stopped the show every single night, and then she was cast as the lead in Funny Girl, but she did not win a Tony Award for Funny Girl. Carol Channing won the Tony Award for Best Actress in Hello Dolly. Funny Girl was the last show that Barbra Streisand ever did on Broadway, and she would go on to make a bunch of movie musicals in the late 60s, including playing the role that Carol Channing had played in Hello Dolly in the film. So that's a little Broadway trivia for you. I don't know that people love the movie of Hello Dolly. I don't know that I've ever actually seen it. Is it any good? Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm so happy to be here. I love putting these shows together. It makes me so happy. I shared with you last time that we did this thing that I was a big Broadway nerd when I was a teenager, and I also shared that my gateway drug to Broadway musicals was Andrew Lloyd Webber. Very, very specifically, my gateway drug was the Phantom of the Opera. I was obsessed with the Phantom of the Opera. My mom is here tonight. She's watching the show. She will attest to this, and she will tell you, I'm not proud to tell you all this, that my bedroom was covered in Phantom of the Opera paraphernalia. It was. I think that someone, like my grandfather, knew how much I loved that show and might have like woodcut like a mask-shaped like light switch plate. It was full on. I was definitely a member of the Sarah Brightman and Michael Crawford fan clubs with signed photos on my little bulletin board in my room. And I mean, my fantasy was to play the role of the Phantom of the Opera. And so tonight, I'm going to fulfill a little bit of that dream. Don't you tell anybody that. Anybody. It's our little secret. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the world you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey to a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. Can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night. There you go. A dream fulfilled, everybody. I was obsessed with that show. I could not get enough of it. So I'm going to talk about some of the songs that I'm doing tonight, and I have a couple of different sort of things that I thought were really interesting about these shows. Sometimes I'll tell you about sort of what the song is in the show, and you'll see what we'll do. But these next two songs I put together, they're both from the show How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, which opened in the early 60s. And is one of the few, just a couple of Broadway musicals that have won the Pulitzer Prize for drama. And there are some others, and so it's trivia time. If you can name any other Broadway musicals, plenty of plays, there's an award given for drama every single year. It's rare that a musical wins the Pulitzer Prize for drama. See, without cheating, if you can name 3 other musicals that won the Pulitzer Prize for drama. This is one of them. This is How to Succeed. The main character in How to Succeed in Business is J. Pierpont Finch. The show starts with him as a window washer for the building inside of which is housed the company Worldwide Wickets, and he's reading the book How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, and he decides that he's going to climb the corporate ladder. How to apply for a job, how to advance from the mailroom, how to sit down at a desk, how to dictate memorandums, how to develop executive style, how to commute with a 3-button suit, with that weird executive style. This book is all that I need. How to succeed. How to observe personnel. How to select whom to lunch with. How to avoid petty friends. How to begin making contacts. How to walk into a conference room with an idea, brilliant business idea. that will make your expense account zoom. This book is all that I need. How to succeed. So J. Pierpont Finch, he does climb that corporate ladder. And this next tune, he's about to pitch a very big idea to the head of the company, which is going to be lucrative for him. And he gives himself a little pep talk in the mirror. Now there you are. Yes, there's that face which somehow I trust. It may embarrass you to hear me say it, but say it I must. Oh, say it I must. You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sound of good and silent judgment whenever you talk. Yet there's that bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow men all but falls apart, I've but to feel your hand grasping mine, and I take heart to see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet with that slam, bang, tang, reminiscent of gin and vermouth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. So those are two songs from How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, with a score by Frank Lesser, the amazing Frank Lesser. I saw a couple people. Hamilton did indeed win the Pulitzer Prize. A Chorus Line did indeed win the Pulitzer Prize. Yes, those are right. I don't think Lacage won. What were some of the other ones, Heather, that people put up? I don't think Lacage won the Pulitzer Prize. No, I can tell you that it didn't, because there was another show that year. There was another musical that year that did. And we'll do a song from that in just a little bit. I think I have some special guests here tonight. They were folks that I went to high school with. And, you know, when I got to high school, I was like all up in the drama club, like all up in it. And I think I just felt really relieved because I had a tough time in middle school, and I felt really relieved to arrive at high school and have this place where I felt like I could kind of be myself and do stuff that I loved and have friends who really were excited about doing it too. And when I was a senior in high school, I directed a production of Grand Hotel. And Heather's got a picture of all of my friends from high school who did this show with me. Look at these beautiful people. And it's one of the happiest memories that I have from high school. It just was like such a joy, and we were so excited to do it. And I loved this show. I still do. And I want to talk about the show just a little bit. Grand Hotel opened on Broadway in 1990. It, of course, is based on... Christy's here. Hi, Christy. Christy was in it. It's based on, originally, the book by Vicki Baum. And then, of course, Robin Kaczynski's here. Yes. And then the film, which starred Greta Garbo. And Originally, it was written as a musical in the 50s with a score by Forrest and Wright, and it kind of never went anywhere, and then it kind of lay dormant for several decades, and Tommy Tune picked up the project and was like, I want to do something with this. And so he hired the composer Maury Yeston to write new songs to add on top of some of the pre-existing score. And so I want to talk a little bit about Maury Yeston for a second, because he's an incredible composer, and I'm going to do songs from a couple of his shows. And I picked these out because I think that they really highlight the job of a composer and what music can do dramatically. So if I play for you something that's like super minor-y, then it kind of feels a little ominous, yes? It's got a little sadness in it, a little darkness. Whereas opposed to, if I play for you major chords, it has a little more light. And so I picked out a couple of songs that really play with the contrast of minor and major, and each of these songs within it has sort of like a dark undertone to it in terms of what's going on theatrically. And so the first song that I'm going to do is dedicated to my beautiful friends who have tuned in tonight from Waterford Mott High School, who were in my dream production of Grand Hotel. This is The Grand Parade from Grand Hotel, and this is by Maury Yeston. Listen for that contrast of minor and major. And sing along if you know the words. Velvet stairs, easy chairs, perfumed air gently blowing, chandeliers, light appears, burning bright, crystal glowing. People come, people go, wave of life overflowing. Come, begin in old Berlin. You're in the Grand Hotel. Grand Hotel, Grand Hotel. Music constantly playing. Grand Hotel, living well, where the wealthy are staying. Round and round, hear the sound, hear what people are saying. It's the din of old Berlin. You're in the Grand Hotel. So you can hear the contrast of. So I want to play you another Maury Yeston song that's from Titanic. Maury Yeston wrote the score to Grand Hotel. He wrote the score to Titanic and Nine. I'm going to play a song from each of those shows, which kind of think highlights this thing that I'm talking about. This next tune is called No Moon. It takes place at the end of the first act of Titanic. We've been introduced to this sort of cast of characters who are on the ship. And there's sort of this ominous moment before things go bad, where a sailor keeps watch. No moon, no wind, nothing to spy things by. No wave, no swell, no line where sea meets sky. Stillness, darkness, can't say a thing, says I. No reflection, not a shadow, not a glint of light meets the eye. And we go sailing, sailing, ever westward on the sea. We go sailing, sailing, ever on go we. so I'll do one more Yeston song for you. And again, I think probably in the harmonies, I mean, it starts this way. This is Unusual Way from 9. And this is right before the actress Claudia ends up breaking up with her lover Guido Contini. You can hear there's turmoil in it. In a very unusual way, one time I needed you. In a very unusual way, you were my friend. Maybe it lasted a day, maybe it lasted an hour, but somehow it will never end. In a very unusual way, I think I'm in love with you. In a very unusual way, I want to cry. Something inside me goes weak. Something inside me surrenders. And you're the reason why. You're the reason why. You don't know what you do to me. You don't have a clue. You can't tell what it's like to be me. Looking at you, it scares me so that I can hardly speak. In a very unusual way, I owe what I am to you. Though at times it appears I won't stay, I never go. Special to me in my life, since the first day that I met you. How could I ever forget you once you had touched my soul? In a very unusual way, you've made me whole. Yeah. So those are 3 beautiful songs from Maury Yeston that I wanted to share with you tonight and just talk a little bit about what I think his talents are. He's a wonderful, dramatic composer. And, I used to play these gigs at the Red Eye Grill in Midtown Manhattan, until things changed. And he would come in every so often, and I knew exactly who he was. And, Maury Yeston has several Tony Awards. He's a well-known composer. He's probably not as identifiable as somebody like Stephen Sondheim. If Stephen Sondheim walks into a room in New York City, people are like, oh my God. And I would imagine Maury Yeston can probably walk around the world and not always be recognized. But I recognized him, and I really regret not walking up to him and saying, you're my hero, and your music was a really magical part of my childhood. So anyway, if that chance arises again, I will not pass it up. I will not miss it. I'll talk about one other little musical thing that I kind of explored this week that I thought was kind of neat. And it is a harmonic trick that composers love to use. And it's this. We go from this chord, and we just change one note, and we move up to that. And we might keep going. Or we might keep going. So it's kind of like that lift in harmony. You heard it a little bit earlier in Don't Rain on My Parade. It does exactly the exact same thing that these 2 songs that I'm going to sing for you do right now. It's a major chord to an augmented chord to a 6th chord to a 7th chord. It's like the top note just keeps rising. It's good, isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it? Nowadays, there's men everywhere, jazz everywhere, booze everywhere, life everywhere, joy everywhere. Nowadays, you can like the life you're living. You can live the life you like. You can even marry Harry, but mess around with Ike. And that's good, isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it? But nothing stays in 50 years or so. It's gonna change, you know. But oh, it's heaven nowadays. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away. He will hold me fast. I'll be home at last. Not a loser anymore, like the last time and the time before. Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. All the odds are in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gotta happen, happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll win. Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. All the odds are in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gotta happen, happen sometime. Maybe this time, maybe this time I'll win. You got a little theory lesson tonight. The major to the augmented. That's a magic trick in musical theater. So I want to take a break for just a second and say hello, check in with all of you, see how you're doing tonight. Thank you for being here. If you're new, I'm here every single Tuesday at 6:30. It kind of alternates every single week. It alternates between what I call Poptastic Piano Bar, where I take your special requests, And then on alternating weeks, we have a theme. So tonight's theme is the Showtunes show. This is the second edition of the Showtunes show. I've been looking at my schedule for, I'm going to say it, for the spring, everybody. Spring is almost here. It's so exciting. I have decided my schedule next month. We got Poptastic next week. The following week, I'm going to do Diana Ross. Poptastic Piano Bar the following week, and then we're going to do some ABBA the last week of March. It's going to be a blast. I know that we had some other artists out there. Prince is definitely on the schedule for this spring. He's coming up. Whitney Houston is definitely coming up. We're definitely going to do it. I wanted to throw this out there because as I was putting this show together, I would love to do another Showtunes show at some point this spring. And I was thinking about... Do I want to share this? Yeah, I want to share this. About doing exclusively great songs from terrible shows. So great songs from big flops. How do we feel about that? Would you be excited to hear that, or do you just want like play the hits and shut up? You're gonna let me know about that. We have a virtual tip jar here at Virtual Piano Bar. The information for that is scrolling along the bottom. If you're enjoying the show, this is my job, y'all. This is what I do for a living. I play music, and hopefully people enjoy it, and they throw some money my way. So if you're enjoying the show, tips are appreciated. They're not required, but they're appreciated. And one other thing that you can do for me if you're enjoying the show is to click that share button and share this broadcast on your page so that your other friends can see it and they can come and join the party every single Tuesday night with us here at 6:30 on Facebook Live. I'm going to keep rolling along. I'm going to take a sip of water. And I'm going to do a little bit of Sondheim for you guys. One of my all-time favorite shows is Sunday in the Park with George. I think I was probably 13 or 14 when I discovered the filmed version of the original Broadway cast of Sunday in the Park with George, which ran on PBS, and I could not get enough of it. I don't think at 14 years old I had any idea what the show was really about. And I've talked about this with a couple other people. Like, the more that I've seen that show as I mature and grow older, the more depth and meaning that show has. And the gist of Sunday in the Park with George, the first half of Sunday in the Park with George, traces an imagined version of Georges Seurat's painting of A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte, which is the gorgeous painting housed in the Chicago Institute of Art, depicting a group of people in a French park. And George is, in this musical, consumed by his vision, his artistic vision. And it comes between him and his lover, Dot, who was played by Bernadette Peters in the original cast. And the song that I'm going to sing for you, I think speaks to the sacrifices that an artist has to make sometimes, having such passion and joy in the work that they do, which I can relate to, and having it sometimes get in the way of being able to fully show up for other things, because there's always this sort of muse or this inspiration or this commitment to this thing that I love so much and I feel called to do. And I think this is one of the most stunning contemporary musical theater songs there is. It's also one of the hardest to play, so I'm going to try to do my best. I'm going to try to pull this off tonight. This is Finishing the Hat, where George bemoans the fact that he's lost his love, but is called to do what he's called to do. Yes, she looks for me. Good. Let her look for me to tell me why she left me, as I always knew she would. I had thought she understood. They have never understood, and no reason that they should. But if anybody could, finishing the hat, how you have to finish the hat. How you watch the rest of the world from a window while you finish the hat, mapping out a sky. What you feel like planning a sky. What you feel when voices that come through the window go until they distance and die, until there's nothing but sky. And how you're always turning back too late from the grass or the stick or the dog or the light. How the kind of a woman willing to wait's not the kind that you want to find waiting to return you to the night. Dizzy from the height, coming from the hat, studying the hat, entering the world of the hat, reaching through the world of the hat like a window, back to this one from that, studying a face, stepping back to look at the face, leaves a little space in the way like a window, but to see, it's the only way to see. And when the woman that you wanted goes, you can say to yourself, well, I give what I give. But the woman who won't wait for you knows that however you live, there's a part of you always standing by, mapping out a sky, finishing a hat, starting on a hat, finishing the hat. Look, I made a hat where there never was a hat. It's finishing the hat, everybody. So I decided to pair that with this next song that I want to do for you. It's also a Sondheim song, and it comes from the show Follies, which I think is probably my all-time favorite Broadway score ever. It's just chock full of amazing music, and the plot of Follies is kind of hard to explain. In a sense, like, it's not like a traditional musical comedy, but I don't even know if I'm going to try to go into it, but it's a reunion of showgirls from the Weissman Follies, and the theater is about to be torn down. It takes place in the 70s, where sort of that era of show business, of light, fun, very American entertainment has sort of like faded. And it's a little bit metaphorical for sort of the state of the country and the state of the relationships of the people in the show at this reunion. It's also, this song that I'm going to sing for you is a great, I was reminded that it's a great anthem for what we've all been through in this past year. It's completely inappropriate for me to sing this song because it's really meant to be sung by an old broad who's, you know, lived a fabulous life. And I'm going to channel my own inner broad who's lived a fabulous life. I've lived a pretty fabulous life, but I'm going to channel my inner broad to sing this for you because I just have always, I think it might be my favorite show tune of all time. I just think it's the greatest. And again, I think it speaks to Sondheim's understanding of the creative life and his ability to put it into song. This is I'm Still Here. Good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Plush velvet sometimes, sometimes just pretzels and beer, but I'm here. I've stuffed the dailies in my shoes, strummed ukuleles, sung the blues, seen all my dreams disappear, but I'm here. I've slept in shanties, guest of the WPA, but I'm here. danced in my scanties. $3 a night was the pay, but I'm here. I've stood on bread lines with the best, watched while the headlines did the rest. In the depression, was I depressed? Nowhere near. I met a big financier, and I'm here. I've gotten through Herbert and J. Edgar Hoover. Gee, that was fun and a half. When you've been through Herbert and J. Edgar Hoover, anything else is a laugh. I've been through Reno, I've been through Beverly Hills, and I'm here. Reefers and vino, rest cures, religion and pills, but I'm here. I've been called a pinko, Kamitsu, got through it Cinco by my pool. I should have gone to an acting school, that seems clear. Still, someone said she's sincere, so I'm here. Black sable one day, next day it goes into hawk, but I'm here. Top billing Monday, Tuesday you're soaring in stock, but I'm here. First you're another slow-eyed vamp, then someone's mother, then your camp, then you career from career to career. I'm almost through my memoirs, and I'm here. I've gotten through Hey Lady Orange Oozes. Wow, what a looker you were. Or better yet, sorry, I thought you were oozes. Whatever happened to her? Good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Plush velvet sometimes, sometimes just pretzels and beer, but I'm here. I've run the gamut, A to Z, 3 cheers and damn it, say la vie. I got through all of last year, and I'm here. Lord knows at least I was there, and I'm here. Look who's here. I'm still here. That's I'm Still Here from Follies, everybody. I love that song. We're all still here. I was thinking today, like, it would probably be hilarious to rewrite that lyric as like that song is full of sort of time capsule references of like being a person, an American alive in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I thought it would be funny to rewrite that lyric for the last year and what it's been like. Tiger King belongs in that lyric, and I don't know, Trump's tweets and all that other crazy stuff that we've had to deal with in the last year. I got a couple more songs for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here. It's always such a treat to get to make music for you, and I thought I'd do something light and upbeat. These are 2 songs from the late 20s, early 30s. And they were both premiered by Ethel Merman. Perhaps you've heard of her. I was thinking about these songs today just in terms of, lyricists until the 20th century didn't really get a whole lot of love or recognition. I mean, nobody really listened to the words and were like, wow, this guy's got a really great way with words. And then came along people like Lorenz Hart, Cole Porter, Oscar Hammerstein, who wrote these songs that people did pay attention to, Ira Gershwin. And I thought the other really cool thing is it was the first time in the early 20th century when the Great American Songbook started to sort of blossom. It was also the first time that you had people using like everyday language in lyrics, like pop culture references, and sort of everyday speak. It wasn't high English. It was sort of, I'm gonna sing for you, I got rhythm, not I've got rhythm, I got rhythm. And so just listen for those little references. I think it's a cool detail that until probably like the 1920s didn't exist in any music. People didn't use, everyday slangy phrases in songs. And so we have Cole Porter, I think, to thank for that mostly. And Ira Gershwin. Days can be sunny with never a sign. Don't need what money can buy. Birds in the trees sing their day full of song. Why shouldn't we sing along? I'm chipper all the day, happy with my lot. How do I get that way? Look at what I got. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures, I got my man who could ask for anything more. Old man trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my man who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more. Times have changed, and we've often rewound the clock since the Puritans got a shock when they landed on Plymouth Rock. If today any shock they should try to stem, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would land on them. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only used for letter words. Writing prose, anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today. When most guys today, that women prize today, are just silly gigolos. And though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. When grandmama, whose age is 80, in nightclubs is getting matey with gigolos, anything goes. When mothers pack and leave poor fathers because they decide they'd rather be tennis pros, anything goes. If driving fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bare limbs you like, if Mayor West you like, call me undressed you like, well, nobody will oppose. When every night the set that's smart is intruding to nudist parties in studios, anything goes. You say in your prayers you like, if green pears you like, if old chairs you like, if backstairs you like, if love affairs you like, with young birds you like, well, nobody will oppose. And though I'm not a great romancer, I know that I'm bound to answer when you propose. Anything goes, anything goes. tennis pros and nudists, all in one song, everyone. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Woo! I hope you guys like Sondheim, because I've got one more Sondheim song in this set. I mean, who doesn't? Can you imagine if you were like, he's all right. I'm not really into it. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but Sunday in the Park with George is one of the musicals that won a Pulitzer Prize. Well deserved. It won a Pulitzer Prize in 1984 for drama. Yes, indeed. Tap dancers. Both of those songs need tap dancers. I hope that you were tapping at home. I used to tap. I used to take tap lessons. It's true. You will never see me tap these days, but it's true. I used to. I feel like I'm talking a lot tonight. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to sing this song, which I think is probably the biggest hit that Stephen Sondheim wrote, and I think he's probably not thrilled that it's a hit, because it became like a pop hit, and Judy Collins recorded it, and it became like this sort of, thing that everybody loves but doesn't understand necessarily the context. I think most of the time people don't understand the context of what the song is about. And Sending the Clowns takes place near the end of the show, when Desiree Armfeldt finally says to her lover that she's ready. And he says, "Sorry, I can't." And she feels humiliated. It feels dramatic and embarrassing, and she tries to cover by saying, "Jesus, please bring in some comic relief right now. I feel terrible." This is Send in the Clowns. Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps staring around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Just when I'd start opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you would want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Quick, send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my time in this late in my career. And where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year. I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered someone fade me, but the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under while the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist, and there I stood, nicely passing out the whiskey, but the passengers were bound to resist. For the people all said, beware, beware the heavenly trip. People all said, beware, beware, you'll scuttle the ship. And the devil will drag you under by the fancy tie round your wicked throat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank and I hollered, someone save me, that's the moment I woke up, thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under where there's no so heavy you'll never float. Sit down, you're rocking the, sit down, you're rocking the boat. 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 Yeah! Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I've got one more pair of songs for you to close things out. It's always so much fun to get to sing for you. Thank you for being my audience every single week. Come back and see me next Tuesday. Put in your special request for Poptastic Piano Bar, which is next Tuesday, where I take your special request. There's no theme. The week after that, I'll be back with a Diana Ross show. It's going to be super, super, super fun. Thank you to the folks who shared this broadcast on your pages. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much to the people who dropped a couple bucks in my virtual tip jar. That information at Venmo and PayPal is running along the bottom of the screen right here. I thought I'd close with this. I always try to sort of like close with like a message of hope and just good vibes. And I think we all need that. I think that's why you're here, because I think music provides that in really fantastic ways. And one of the things that I was thinking about with Broadway musicals, what makes Broadway musicals so magical sometimes is the way that they can, one, I think, transport us to a completely different world. When I was a teenager, it took me everywhere. I mean, it took me all around the world to these places. I had such a vivid imagination. I couldn't wait to see the world outside of Waterford, Michigan. And musicals started to open up my mind to the idea that there were all these places that I wanted to see and go and experience, and all this life to live. So there's that. I think they give us an escape to a different world. But also, I think the best Broadway anthems lift us up and inspire us to keep dreaming. And on that note, climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give. Every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable fall, to bear the unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weak, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, then my heart will be peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. That's my show for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Todd Alsup. Come back and see me next Tuesday at 6:30 right here on Facebook Live. I love you all. Have a great week. Take good care of yourselves. Good night.